But I think he left a lot of money on the table. A lot of money.
You mean if he didn't take the Dodgers deal?
Or any deal where he could have opted out after a few years and just keep going back.
The Dodgers deal for $180 million over 4 years, very enticing.
I mean, I don't know how you pass on that.
Because then you're 30, you have enough confidence in yourself, you're going to have 4 good years.
Yeah,
and
you
maybe
dive right back into the pool.
Yeah, but at that point, no one's going to give you a 9-year deal to get you to 39.
Correct, but it's that average. If you guys are just focusing on the average per year, that $45 million, tough to turn down. But overall, it's probably a good deal because he probably doesn't make $150 million in that second deal.
Right.
Well, you would think if he played from 30 to 39, he would, but it's so hard.
No one's going to sign him to that.
No one's going to sign these guys at 35, 36, 37, 38, 39.
That's playing the long game.
So he is playing the long game. So in that sense, I get it.
To him, it was the best overall deal, and for some reason, he likes Philly.
One of the factors
I thought he was going to sign with the Dodgers.
One of the factors
he likes it enough to commit to 13 years.
One of the factors they threw out there was that he likes hitting there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw he hit horribly their last 2 years.
Yeah, but I think overall his stats are pretty good.
But the last 2 years he's been sub 200.
Yeah, but just look at his overall stats at that part.
He'll put up numbers.
He'll be fine. I was interested in seeing what Nationals fans felt about it because we've been talking about it for a long time. And now that he finally does leave and he leaves for Philly, found it pretty interesting. And you can chime in 800-636-1067. There weren't many Nationals fans who were just flat out bitter. Most of them were good riddance. You're not even that good.
Right.
Good luck in Philly.
Right. Have fun being stuck
Philly's
in Philly.
going to regret this contract. Yeah. Everybody seemed ready to move on and happy that it's over.
Well, they've known that for months that most likely 99.9% and they were.
But they're not okay with it signed with Philly.
That part rankles a lot of Nats fans.
But you know what?
Doubt.
Nats fans, you would do the same thing if you were him.
Right.
For a business decision.
I'm not sure I would. I would have strongly considered the Dodgers.
No. I'm saying if you compare it to the Nats offer.
Probably.
There's no way a player is going to take $4 or $5 million a year when he's 55 years old, when he can get $25 million a year until he's 40.
Especially when, as somebody pointed out, $10 today it's gonna cost you $20, in 2050 to use that money. You know what I mean? It's worth half as much.
There's no player. I mean, Scherzer did the deferred, but he's getting paid until he's 44, not 60.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a slap in the face.
A long way.
It's not really a slap, but they didn't want
it. To an all-star, it's a slap. That means they want to make money on the money they're saving, not paying you for those years.
The organization's certainly ready to move on. They made plans. That's the deal. But I do wonder about the fan base. A couple weeks ago we kicked around whether he's going to be booed or not.
I think he's going to be booed.
I think that he probably will be booed.
I think I've changed my tune on that.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be booed heartily.
It's interesting, though, that, and we'll see how it plays out in terms of his play in Philly.
Yeah.
It's interesting how easy it is for fans to just say, you know what, this former MVP, good riddance, have him. Like, what if he ends up continuing to play at that MVP level like he did in the second half of the season last year? Like, it's very easy for these people to go, oh, he didn't even hit 250 last year. He's not that good. Well, what if he plays like one of the best players in the game, which he's capable of?
I think people think he will play pretty well.
Then fans, I think, will be a little bitter at the Nationals organization for not trying.
I don't think they're going to hold it against him.
It's easy right now to give the Nats organization a pass and say they didn't want to give him the money and all that stuff. But if he proves to be an MVP talent, you're going to say, why did you let him go?
For whatever reason, the learners...
At the age of 26, you let a guy go who's won an MVP.
They didn't feel he was worth the money, the outlay of money.
The learners like these...
Steve Phillips was on yesterday. That's a trusted baseball mind saying he wouldn't have signed him to a deal.
The learners like the deferred deals.
That's an opinion, though, and that's a guy who got run out of New York.
Yeah, but think about it, JP. There were about 27 teams that weren't in on him.
I understand that, but I'm just saying as a fan, you could come to regret this if he puts up monster years and Philly starts winning divisions.
You know what? I trust Mike Rizzo's track record, and if he's not cool with paying him, I kind of come down on that side.
Nobody seems to be looking at that possibility. Everybody seems to be, this is just on social media, but the vast majority of people chiming in were good riddance, don't want him anymore.
Well, hold
Philly's going to regret this deal.
Hold on.
Nobody really was going the angle like, great move for Philly, and now all of a sudden they're going to be a favorite in the division, and the Nationals may regret
Well, hold on
it.
for a second. I don't think
we'll
for a second that he's not going to go over there and play well at times. I think he's going to be just like he was with us. He's going to have some years where they're awesome, and he's going to have some years that are down. I think he's going to have some months
injuries
where he's going to be on fire, and he's going to have some months where he hits 100. So I think he's going to be exactly what he was here.
I understand that, but
So
might you not be regretful that you're giving a great talent to a division rival?
Not necessarily. It was just one of
and
those.
over the course of many years, they may become a dominant force in the division, and the Nationals may fade away, and you may regret it.
Let's see. It may happen, but maybe it's the opposite effect.
It's just one of those.
Maybe the money that they didn't pay Bryce, they spread it out over 3 or 4 players, like they kind of will here with Corbin, and they're going to have to sign Rendon and whoever else.
Trey,
and then maybe they win more divisions than the Phillies
maybe Bryce is a massive. Maybe he's a massive disappointment in Philadelphia. We just don't know.
Remember when the Capitals gave Ovi at the time a record-setting contract,
13-year deal, I believe.
What if they had said, we'd rather just spread out our money? I don't think the franchise is the same.
He's not Ovi. Ovi's arguably one of the best of all time.